Let's hop up in here, folks. Good people. Back in the GTR again. Some things happen. The transmission is now in place. It's like, that's where she's gonna live, right there. Perfect. It's bolted in. There's no jack stand holding it up. The engine is bolted in. There's no, I have an engine, you'll see it, I'll show you. But I use an engine brace for when I'm setting a height, you know, shifting it, whatever. The chain is disconnected from that. So the two biggest challenges when it comes to custom swaps, in personal opinion, is it's not the fuel system. Exhaust working, I mean, I guess it's not bad. It's just time consuming. Like it's not challenging. And this may not be challenging to someone else, right? But for me personally, just because I've done a lot of metal fab fitting, cutting, welding, that's why exhaust stuff isn't the first thing that comes to being extremely challenged for me, because it's another day, right? So yes, engine's down where it needs to be. Transmission's bolted. It's all rough, like it's rough fitted, but it's there. It's where it needs to be. Rough fitted with, yes, to the point where I'm comfortable getting a drive shaft made. So I'm getting dimensions now to send off to the Driveshaft shop to get a custom drive shaft for a T56 Magnum F to pair with a R32 GTR rear diff. I'm gonna keep the same rear diff. I selected this transmission specifically because I wanted it to work with the rear diff. That's why the gear ratio I have on this transmission is how I selected it. And I'll go deeper into the details on that probably in another video. That's one thing when you're dealing with really any drive shaft shop. It doesn't have to be the drive shaft shop. Any drive shaft company, you're going to need measurements for the drive shaft. I'll give you a little detail on how that's done. Here's the end of the drive shaft. I'm going to, so this has a seal. It says measure from the end of the seal. Now, a lot of older T56s, the seals I see are kind of recessed into the transmission. This one's sticking out, so I'm gonna give the drive shaft shop a call and let them know. But how they instruct you to do it is measure from the seal, which is pretty much, this one here is at the face of this output shaft. And then you're gonna go to the rear end, which I have a 6-bolt flange. Man, these spider webs is all over here. And you're gonna measure to the face of this flange here. So I'm gonna base my measurement off of the slot because it aligns with the face. It's a nice point for me to put my tape measure up against and get a nice accurate reading. Sheesh, look at her, yes sir. She still works, she still works. She ain't got enough horsepower to it right now. Which is, on this transmission, it's a brand new you can see the text on it. A brand new T56 Magnum F. This is how the seal is. I'm gonna take some pictures and send off with it, just so you know they're good. If you're wondering how I'm taking this measurement, I'm measuring from the seal, which is in line with the output shaft, all the way back here to the face. So it's a 6-bolt flange, and I'm going to that bolt flange. There's a slot right here, and it measures 47.5. So this face here, that's where we're at with it, 47.5. Looks beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, one thing that I did was put duct tape over these covers because I can't get masking tape to stick. All this duct tape residue, I hit it with some Goo Gone. Now I'm just gonna rub it right on off of here. The cylinder head is nice. You see all that crappy, sticky, icky mess. It's rubbing off, but thanks to Goo Gone. Shout out. No, I'm not sponsored. It's coming off nicely. Now I can get an intake manifold on here, get the covers on here, get the exhaust on here, start checking fitment. The brake booster is drying, a little bit of paint on there. Steady rolling. Gotta make sure after you finish, if you use Goo Gone, make sure you wash off something. Dang, this is actually coming off a lot easier than I expected. Like a lot easier. It's literally wiping right off. This is probably my best Goo Gone experience. I think we've all used it a lot, but this is one of my better Goo Gone using experiences. It's working great. Duct tape goo is a headache. Beautiful people, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, it's crazy. It's getting so close. Like, it is crazy. That motor I built so long ago, the transmission I had for a while, the car I've had for forever. Yeah, the backstory, a little quick note. I blew 2 motors in that car, 2 RB26s. I'm done with it. I'm an LS guy. I love LS. So that's why we're getting this thing done, and we're going to knock it out of the park. I'm over here, sitting here reading some McLeod clutch instructions. Yeah, the shop flooded. Yeah, I know, right? So this is all like barely legible, but just kind of going over things, making sure I do it right. It's getting late, so this video is going to get uploaded for you guys. Stay tuned for the next one because we're steady rolling and we're so close. So see you next one. Peace. Any questions, comments, concern about the build, any tips, tricks, whatever you got, holla at me. See you next video. Peace.